Did you have a fear of death?
Everybody's having fear of their lives, how they will leave their family. They have small children. You should be happy when you see God in the end, but it doesn't mean that you want to die as soon as possible.
When the first time it was confirmed by a doctor that you have a cancer, what was the thought process?
Doctors will not immediately tell you. They have to do all the required checkups, all the scans, everything until the biopsy. And I learned that if you accept it, the healing will be very easy. Nobody knows when it will happen, but when you got that cancer, you have to be strong. Family support is very important. Friends should be there with you. Everybody should be around you. You have to really know what's your purpose in life. So if you know the purpose in life, you will not be running away. You will not be like competing with one another, trying to reach what the material possession that you want, forgetting what really is more essential in this life.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to the show where I bring a lot of successful people who have fought the difficult situation, won the situation, and they are inspiration. On the same series, today I have a very, very powerful, a steel woman I would call her. Her name is Daisy, and she has wrote a book called Warrior Mom, a Lone Survivor. She was diagnosed with cancer and how she recovered, fought with it, because sometimes it's a lonely journey. And now not only she's worked on it, she wrote a book to inspire people. She also runs a group called Filipino Cancer Warriors, and she supports them on the journey. So thank you, JC, for joining in and
Thank you.
being with your journey.
It's an honor to be here also. I want to inspire people. So when I'm called to speak about it, I'm always ready to be.
Wonderful. So I want to know, let's go a little bit in the background first. So you're from Philippines, right? And
Yes.
so let me know how was your journey, how you started in Philippines, how you ended up in Dubai, and then we'll talk about other things too.
Okay. So first I was in Saudi Arabia for like a two-year contract. And then I was about to go back to the Philippines, but leaving the Philippines and coming back, you will not be expecting that you'll find a work immediately. So then again, with my friends, we decided to better find another option. And then I found, I think, relatives who were here before. So I came as like others who will come for a visit visa and then find a work. And I came here 2006, but I found my work. I started my work only January 2007. So it was a long journey for finding the right work.
Was 19 years.
Yeah, I'm here already for 19 years in the same company, the same work.
19 years, same company in Dubai? Wonderful.
Yes, doctor.
It's a very powerful thing. So how was the journey when you found out that you have a cancer, and how was the moment, and what was the story when you found out?
Okay, and it was 2011, barely like 3 years from when I joined I'm working in the hospital. So even if you're working in the hospital, it doesn't mean that you are also always healthy. So I learned about it only just by plainly, as they say, you have to examine yourself. Just accidentally only that I found out that I have some lump in my chest, but it's not something disturbing. So I just plainly went to our staff clinic, asked for a referral. Then they sent me to the other hospital for a checkup. And right then and there, I know that I have cancer. But I don't have really the symptoms and everything. So I guess we really have to check ourselves regularly.
So when the first time it was confirmed by a doctor that you have a cancer, what was the reaction? What was going inside your mind, and what was the thought process?
Good thing when you're working in the hospital because it's in the same. It's another hospital, but it's linked to my hospital. I have the records, so doctors will not immediately tell you. They have to do all the required checkups, all the scans, everything until the biopsy before they will confirm it. But because I was looking at my report, I know already what was there. And maybe at my age and working in the hospital, I'm always ready for something. And maybe my faith also tells me that something will happen any time, any day. So because we see it when we work in the hospital, sickness will just come unexpectedly. Death also comes unexpectedly. So I believe I'm a bit prepared for that. So when the doctor told me, I know already the report, but my doctor treated me as a patient. He did not treat me as a colleague. So I went through how a normal person went through when he told me about my sickness. He told me about like the bright side and the good side of it, and I journeyed with the sickness.
But did you share with your family too when you got to know? Because first when as a patient you get to know, you are scared, and you being in hospital is okay, but family may get more scared. So did you
That's true.
share? Not.
I was scared for them when they will know about it, especially my son. I did not tell them immediately until I get the biopsy. I first told my sister, who's a nurse in the States. I have a brother here who's also a nurse, but being very near me, I don't like him to panic. I just told him I have something, but I have to first wait for the confirmation. Then when it was confirmed, I just called my sister, who's a nurse in the US. I told her about my condition. She's the one crying, and they thought that like I'm in denial. Maybe partly yes, but because I accepted it as early as that, and I know I learned that acceptance is the first. It's the initial, like that. If you accept it, the healing will be very easier. I mean. So I told them only after when I get confirmed, I prepared myself and I prepared them. So it was a good thing when family will come together. It was my sister who planned how it will go. Like she sent my parents to come and assist me. My father came when I did the surgery. He was here with me for like a month. And then after that my mother came to be with me during the chemotherapy. And that's why it made my journey a little lighter.
But did you have a fear of dying? Because we'll talk about it a little bit more, because cancer is a curable and there are a lot of ways to do it. But first you get to know, because it's one of the most difficult disease to digest in.
Yeah.
So did you had a fear of death?
First thing is I'm glad that my faith, that time, I was not like that before, but that time I was volunteering in the church. So it will always make it easy if you know that death is like, I don't know if everybody believes it. Death should mean you should be happy when you see God in the end, but it doesn't mean that you want to die as soon as possible. So it will be easy because you know that when you're ready, when as Christian, when you accept Jesus Christ as your Savior, there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong will happen in the end. And then it is decided already, as they say, that it is already in the palm of your hand. It is already prepared. It was already planned by God when you will die. So that time I make ready myself.
After you got to know that you have a cancer, so what was the major changes happened in your life pre and post the surgery?
Before that, because like anybody else, we are not really caring of ourselves. Like we pretend that we know this, we know what to eat, but we are not really doing it. We tell everyone that sleep a good 8 hours a day, but nobody's doing it. In a busy life like what we have now, nobody even think of resting. Nobody think of like taking a time for themselves, time off for themselves. Everybody's busy about their own businesses. That's why even that will cause us sick, like being tired, overwork, fatigue. These are also causing us even stress when you're overthinking. Everybody, even people also, they even afraid of dying. That's already stressful to one person. So that time, I was also not like that. I mean, I don't really, we sleep late, especially now with this social media, Facebook and everything, that it's every night instead of sleeping, we always give a time for it. So we miss this peace that we can have when we are sleeping nicely. So after that, I began to realize that, oh, really, I also abused myself. Getting sick is actually we are abusing ourselves. So I tried to slow down. I tried to really appreciate that life is better actually when you really see what is more important, what is unnecessary things we are doing, that we should avoid this one, and life will be better. And then our health will also be better if we look and focus on the better things in life.
Another curiosity question I have: did you ever got angry with God, saying that why me, God? Because I personally know, we all know there are a lot of people who smoke and drink and do a lot of things, but they still don't have anything. But someone who's sane, goes to the church, follows the God, still get detected by cancer, and you get angry sometimes. So did you get it? Because I know a lot of people get angry. So one question is, did you get it, and how did you handle it? If no, then if someone gets the anger on the God, because why did you choose me for this disease, then how should they handle the situation?
Okay. Initially, most people have this question, why me? But actually, if I'm the one who asks, why not you? Why not me? So we have to consider, just recently, one of our distinguished, I don't know if I have to quote Bishop Barron when he was telling, when you're sick, when you're getting sick, when you're having problems, have you thought that you must have not done what God wants you to do? Maybe you avoided what was really planned in your life, or maybe you went against, or maybe you ran from it. So he was telling that, see, you have to really know what's your purpose in life. So if you know the purpose in life, you will not be running away. You will not be like competing with one another, trying to reach what the material possession that you want, forgetting what really is more essential in this life. That's why that time for me, I as I've said, my faith is already growing. Becoming better. My spiritual growth is already. I can see I'm trying to please God, so I cannot even say why me, because God in the beginning prepared our life. He make already a plan for our life. So I'm very sure that when we go against it, we do other than what He desires for us. Things are happening because we are making mistakes. We are planning things on our own. We are driving instead of making God as the driver of our life. We are driving. We're holding that, maneuvering our life and going against what is really expected of us. So I cannot say why me, because I've made mistakes. I'm the one who caused what's happening now to my life.
So take responsibility.
I have
Accept
to take
it.
responsibility.
And what changes you made in eating habits after the surgery? Because I have heard that what you eat is what you become. So
Yeah, that's true. But again, when I was sick, I asked my dietitian. We have assigned the people who will actually give us the diets that we need, and it's very clear that she told me what I'm telling the normal people to eat. That's the same as what I'm telling you. There's nothing special that you have to spend more, buy more, because we only tell the normal people that they have to eat less of the sugar, less of the fats, of the oil, and more on like vegetables and this normal, not processed foods. So thinking about it,
eat simple food basically.
simple foods, and eat in moderation. Even if you eat those like oily foods, because we cannot avoid it also, just eat in moderation. Don't eat much. What is required, will eat. Because most of us, we eat to our heart's content and forgetting that like there's no tomorrow to eat again those foods. So just whatever it's, and because what if the people don't have money to buy the foods, the what we can say healthy foods? What they can only eat noodles. They can eat only like anything that they can take from others also. So how that means they will be sick all their lives. But if you see it, those people who cannot afford to buy food, they're most healthier and stronger than us. So it's not basically what we eat, but how we eat these foods, how we manage the food that we are eating.
And I want to know about what's your view as a cancer survivor about eating animal products, which would also say meat, uh, chicken, and also milk and other element product. Because I've heard that sometimes people go vegan after cancer because that's more better. So, what's your point of view, and what did you follow?
For me, I believe that because this is a mistake of everyone, they will immediately go to non-protein or non-sugar, but actually their body needs it. Our body is made up of chemicals, so the chemical contents of our body should be equal. So we have this much enough of this sugar. We have this much enough of our chemistries in the body. I cannot go detailed with all this sodium and everything. So if you go immediately onto like a strict diet, what about the other chemicals that your body needs for energy? You need, some people also said they will not eat carbohydrates, but body needs also the carbohydrates.
Yeah, people go on
So
keto diets and
yeah,
intermittent fasting.
that's true. So again, I will go back to eat anything, eat food that you want to, but eat in moderation, and you should control yourself, their eating habits, because nobody is telling us not to eat this or not to eat that one.
And today, after everything, after so many years, anything changed in your life now as a cancer survivor?
Physically, there's a big change. Yes, I have to accept that. I remember my doctor was telling me because I am a breast cancer survivor. He was telling me to put an artificial breast, but um, initially I said what is better, then we can do it. But there's God has some ways of telling us. I agreed when he told me to keep it, because I told him if that's what make me better, then I would agree with it, because for him, they have so many patients who when they look at themselves, they get depressed. So this is one thing that I want to tell. The body, the physical body will not tell who you are. So it should not be a reason for you to not to like yourself. In fact, it is for me, my scars, it's my trophy to tell everyone that this is how strong I am. I got to this point because I accepted what I had, and that journey was really terrible, as we can say. But when I'm seeing myself, it shows that my faith, my strength, and the people around me who supported me. This is what will happen when you really believe that everything that happens has a reason.
Now, today, when you run the group called Filipino Cancer Warriors, what kind of people come in and what kind of discussions happens? Is it more mental, depressions, or more physical? Can you share a little bit of your experience working with the group now?
Okay. And initially, it was actually formed by one who has breast cancer, I suppose. And then I joined because before I thought it's like for survivors. When I met some of the patients in the hospital who were going for their checkup, and I went for my monitoring. Then they told me, you can join this group. So I joined the group. When I joined the group, I found out that and we're just few before, now we are more, like 300, 400. And we keep coming. This is one thing. Cancer, one nurse told me before that it's not, you are not the first, and definitely you are not the last. So I can see that now. So when I joined the group, I still don't know where we are going. And then now with our group, I can see it's mixed emotion. Like those initially who are the fear that you're telling, everybody's having fear of their lives, of how they will leave their family. They have small children, and the expenses. Everybody's having problem. So many of them actually are not having their treatment now. Either it is cancelled, the rules and everything was changing. Charity, I don't know, like some requirements are there that they cannot comply. and some who are not having their canceled from their employers. So most of them now are having no jobs. They cannot go home. They cannot go back to the Philippines. They know that it's more expensive in there. So many things are there really. And what we can do now is providing moral support, trying to find ways, helping them where they can find charities, um, just telling our stories to them to feel that somebody's there. We are there to support them in any way. And aside from that, death is also coming. I helped one who we decided for her to go back because like it's already on her advanced stage, and expenses are very high. We cannot afford it. So she decided to go home, but it was already advanced stage. I don't know already what happened. Like in 2 or 3 weeks, she passed away. Sorry for that, but this is the reality. Nobody knows when it will happen, but when you got that cancer, you have to be strong. Family support is very important. Friends should be there with you. Everybody should be around you. And now we still don't know yet how we will go with this charity and for people, but some people are coming in between and supporting us. So
So let's say someone want to join this group because they are listening to us first time and they were not aware that Filipinos can join this kind of group. So two type of people are listening to us. One who are doing wonderful in their life, they would like to extend their help and provide financial support for someone who cannot afford. So how do they reach out to the group? Second is if someone is suffering and they are suffering alone. So how can they reach out to the group for support?
okay. Initially, I know this group is Filipino Cancer Warriors, but we have so much. We are connected with Al Amal Majlis, which is mixed with locals, Arabics in there. We're going there also with Indians also. I met Indians. We have a book group, actually book readers group with them. We have also breast friends. These are with Europeans and American people are there, but we are all mixed up. Everybody's trying to build a group wherein we can help each other, and we know that like money matters are not that. I think it has to be registered and everything. So what we are doing is like for if somebody needs at this moment, we're just taking their numbers, their whatever bank accounts or something, and we will just tell this one you can communicate with this person. This one needs. Actually, one of my one Indian friend I just met in the church, she gave me one name. I thought maybe a Filipino or an Indian name, but I think she's American or German. She sent me the message that she just need medicine. Her medicines are already last, and then she needs for the final or for the last one. I was really thinking because how can we don't have also that much money if we want to help. So I just told her I will try to link with other groups, and then we'll see how it will work, because we cannot handle money also in this type of like when people need it, because from anywhere anybody can happen.
Wonderful. So I want to talk life at large now, not only cancer. You've gone through so many things in life. Not only cancer, there are a lot of other challenges must have come in your life. So I want to know what are the 3 biggest mistakes of your life. If you can go back in time and correct, you would correct any area of life, because a lot of people are listening. They can save those mistakes at the moment.
Okay, one thing is if you're as strong as me, you would always think that you can do everything, anything alone. Biggest mistake is if I plan of something and I'm thinking that I should not involve anyone, because if anything happen, maybe they will get affected. Mostly, I'm not involving my family, and I admitted that. But for one thing, the first thing that come to your rescue is your family. So when you plan of anything, you have to involve them.
So don't try to fight alone. There are people there, they love you, they'll be standing with you. So please speak to them, ask for help.
Yeah, that's one thing. And then second thing is when you start something, you have to prepare for it. Don't like just jump to it because you're thinking that okay, God will help me, God will provide, or this thing. Anything you have to do, you have to plan it well. You have to be prepared for it, and then call for advisors like Coach Dr. K. You have to have an advisor, a coach to help you in any way that you want to venture in it, because these people, they're the ones who are looking at the full picture of it. If you're the one planning, you're only looking at what you can do, but people around who can be there to help you are the, like Dr. K, who will be a coach and someone who will give advices when you're going wrong or when you're on the right direction.
So second thing is always have a mentor and a coach with you in your life who can guide you, because they can see a larger picture than you can do. So that's the
Yes,
second
Yes, doctor.
mistake which people
And
should
then
not
third
do.
thing is, if you fail, don't get depressed. Don't sulk. Don't go on your own. I almost did that. So always have someone or people, or look for a hobby or anything that you can like transfer your failure into something that is great. And that's one thing. Dr. K came on time when I lost that business, when I failed in my business, that he came to introduce how to write a book, which is an old dream that like it came to life. That's one thing that actually helped me to divert my attention when I failed in that business. And I'm very glad. That's why I'm here actually.
Yeah, wonderful. So I want to ask you then, why did you decide to write a book? I know the reason, but I want you to share with the audience. Why did you decide to write a book? And second question is, after book was released and published, how your life changed because of the book?
Okay. Initially, as what I've said, like there was a long time dream of writing a book, but I really don't know how and what. I have, and initially I have something in mind to write, but I ended up writing my own life, because maybe really because nowadays I receive so many, from the very day that I released that book, I received so many inspirational and good review, good feedback, because I've given, I'm not only inspired, but I have also given inspiration to them to keep going. And then most of my readers are from not only for one like age group, it's coming from different status of life also. So I know that it's not only giving inspiration like to how to rise up from a failure, but I think when you went through so many failures in life or so many experiences, the mere fact that you're standing at this time, the mere fact that you're still living, you did not give up. It's a good sign that okay, it's like you're giving what they call this one, life to another life to exist. I mean, and secondly, how do you do that? I cannot do it alone again. So when I learned this writing of a book, I know that it will go through places, it will reach countries, and I'm glad that my book reaches as far as I cannot even imagine where it went. And so many of my friends and relatives who knew me, they actually don't know me when they read the book, and then they realize that so many teachings, not teachings, so many something that they learned from that. So writing a book will not only give boost to your self, for yourself, how I look at myself. Because initially, before I said, in my mind, you have so many things to do, but if you cannot bring it out, no one will know, and you will not know also that you can be like that person. So because of that, now I can say that I can do better things, I can do more things, and even writing a book, you can help people also.
Wonderful. And though your book is over your personal life experiences, did it help you in your career somewhere, in your office? How was the reaction in the office, your bosses and other colleagues?
Actually, in my book, I wrote the comment of my boss, which initially, before I wrote the book, she's the one telling me, you can write a book. So that's one thing that I kept in my mind. That so even writing some small notes or something, my boss was telling me I can write a book. So I was happy. I'm inspired with that. She inspired me to continue. And then that's why when I learned about this, your how to write a book in 30 days, it like in what they call this one, it like opened the gateway of this, because it's not that I am known, but I know that even people, they're telling how you write a book. Even some people are asking me how to write this book, how we will do about it. I have also a plan. I have also dream. So I think I'm not famous, I know, but that book something give me like it elated me at least a bit than my original self.
And how did your family reacted when they got to know that you wrote a book, launched a book?
They're the
Your
first
son,
one.
your sister, your brother.
Initially, when I sent it in the Facebook, when you give us that one, my son is the one who first shared that. I don't know if he read it, because he's the hero in that book. Actually, he's the most, it speaks about him. And then my sister bought it, and immediately my mother read it, and she was emotional. She said, because some of it are it's about our family, how we all grow up together, how my parents strive and did their best that they'll give us the good life that we have. But along the way, we're the one who have some failures. Maybe I only in our family. Anyway, that it's like when they saw that, because parents and family will know your ability or something in you. They see something in you that you can do. But when I wrote the book, then like it cemented it. Like they know that you can do better than this because of that, and they're happy.
They're happy. And I know you are also planning to write your second book. So do you want to share, or do you want to keep it secret right now? What's the topic of the second book?
Initially, I'm thinking of a part two, especially after these failures and everything. It made me more stronger. I really want to talk about it really, because I thought, I have to admit, I got depressed, and Dr. K, I was not in contact for some time. The shame and so many things. Shame will really put you down. It will make you not believe in yourself. It will even make you forget who you are, how you build up yourself. And that's why I want to talk about it. But maybe I want to go deeper in some of that's one. Maybe a second or a third book will do that. But I will be very happy really to write it. Now that I'm already started to as I've said, it's not a start over again, because I know I've been starting for a long time. This like to recover and to be what everyone saw in me when I wrote my first book.
Wonderful. And I remember that the batch you came in, we had a very big batch of Filipinos, I think 15 or
Yeah.
Filipinos. I know you got a couple of good friends there, and are you still in touch? Who are you in touch with, and what kind of discussions you do? Because everyone could not become an author. You are one of the most powerful. And Eva, sure, that she did it, but a couple of people could do it.
That's true. My friend Eva, when we met during that time, we are the simplest one. We are the quiet one. We're just like, actually it's God's it's providential, I think, that we met there, because we are even sitting apart. And the chance that we will talk there's no chance for us to talk. But the other kabayans who are there, we thought that they will be the first one to write their book, because they have so much in them during that workshop. It ended up only me and Eva continued. They prepared also a group wherein initially we were there. But one thing I can tell is, which Eva agreed, if you have a mentor, if you believe in one thing that you do, and you want to reach some heights, you have to stick on your first choice. That is our first choice, is to join the group, and then have Dr. K as our mentor, and of course the Wings publication, because that is the one who fulfilled our dreams. If we choose to go on our own way and do something other than what we started, we know until now we will never write that book, and we should have not finished our book, because those friends, I believe, they did not write their book until now.
I also want to ask you another question, because I also have my own mentors, and mentor do a lot greater than what they say. Other than book writing support or another writing a book, did you get any other thing? Did you learn any other thing as a part of the group? Other than book writing, yes, because as part of the book writing club, you wrote, published, launched, all those things were supposed to be there. But anything different than writing, what else you learned in the group?
I believe when you want to grow more, we will not only write. Writing the book is okay. Selling the book also is another thing. But if you want to grow better, to grow more, you have to learn more. You cannot just stop on that. You have to. I know I have so many things to learn yet. So I have. I believe I will continue learning, and so many now in our social media, like now with this podcast and everything. There's so many ways we can make use of it, but we cannot do it alone. We really have to learn it. We have to have someone with us. And doing alone is not always advisable. If you have the means, maybe, if you have everything that you need, yes, you may. But if, like for me who's starting, I need a support group is also very important because we can talk to each other, we can learn from each other, and we can grow more better if we need people around us who can help us.
Wonderful. And would you like to give a gratitude to important people in your life who've been always supportive, not only in book writing journey, but the journey as whole in life, friends, family members, because we are recording on camera, so it'll be part of the history now, what you say on the camera.
Okay, my life, of course, initially, thank you to our God because He decided to give life to me, and the family that I have. Thank you so much to my family because they've always been there. They've always been my strength. I know communication is a little bit less now, even if we have the social media, because we followed each other and like we already know what's going on. But we have a group also with my family, including my parents. Even at their age, still they know how to operate the mobiles. So thank you for this all this sort of gadgets and digital world that we are in. But if anyway, there's always a negative effect on it, but it will be on another topic. And of course, when you want to grow bigger, but I will not say that it's an accidental. I think crossing our path with Dr. K and the book writing, it's already there. It's providential, I believe. It was just the way that we met. Maybe is accidental, but I believe it is included in our. It was written in our palm that one day we will meet, and that when I'll be a writer, when I will realize my dream, you will be there who will be helping us. And so thank you so much for Dr. K and of course the Wings publication. Thank you for, because I have to admit, if without them we cannot do better, we cannot do anything. And they even help us also because during that time when the failures that I have and everything, financial and everything, they also helped me realize my book. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for everyone.
Thank you very much, Daisy. And you are the steel woman. I always call you the woman of steel. You are here to inspire the entire world, give the hope that God is standing strong with you and with everyone. So continue writing, continue inspiring, continue changing the world. And we'll have definitely next chat on some other topic and we'll discuss it. But thank you for joining in.
Thank you very much, Doctor. And thank you really for this opportunity to be in your podcast. I know this is another boost in my writing career. Thank you so much.